do you think of all the Nordiques attire and just Heritage Night in general?
That's great. It's exciting. I mean, we've been hoping that we were gonna pull these out of the storage room at some point. I love them. I know a lot of guys do, and it seems like Avs fans do as well. So exciting, and yeah, I think it'd be great.
As a captain of the team, what does it mean to you personally to be able to represent the Nordiques in this way?
Yeah, I think it's just an honor, really. I mean, there's so many great players and the rich history of everybody that's come before you. I think that's the way it goes every time we pull on this jersey with the Avs logo and now Nordiques logo. It just kind of extends that history. So exciting and really cool that we're able to pull this off against Carolina and their Whalers uniforms too. So it should be a good one.
Gabe, I didn't get a chance to ask you after the game on Team Top, but what are your thoughts on that call?
On my goal?
Yeah.
It was a good shot. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's pretty clear cut. It's a goal, right? And I think the thing that pisses us off is the explanation that you get. But it's in the rearview mirror now, and we'll move on and get ready for a big one tonight.
How important is it to have your coach kind of back you that way and agree that it was, just not the right call?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you get an explanation that makes sense, I think you're all about it. And if there's a rule that was broken, then that makes sense. But when you don't, it just kind of leaves you wondering, right? Like, why is that decision made the way it was? So, unfortunately, kind of changed the momentum of that game, and obviously it goes into overtime, so it's up for grabs. But if we're able to make that 2-0 game, it changes the trajectory of it. So it is what it is, though. It's we're all human, and there's human error on all sides of the spectrum. So it happens, and we're moving on.
How do you kind of get mentally prepared and leave that behind to get ready for this game?
I was so over it before you came in here asking the question, but yeah, no, I mean we had a good morning skate, and we have a good opponent here in Carolina. They played really well to start the season, so preparing for that and for us to keep this thing going, we're excited to do that home ice.
You mentioned Carolina having a strong start to the season. What is it about the Hurricanes or the Whalers, I should say, that makes them different?
I mean, they're deep. They play fast. They've really no obvious weaknesses. So I know they added some pieces in the offseason as well that probably bolster their lineup from top to bottom. So it should be an exciting matchup, and it should be fun.
I know you haven't had to experience this, but with Marty and Burns facing a former team, how do you help manage their emotions or just kind of provide support?
I don't know if you can help them. I mean, that's kind of, they've been through this long enough, and you see it. You got teammates playing against old teams, and you just got to get into the game early on. I'm sure I've luckily not have to do it before, so I'm sure it's just kind of get emotionally invested in the game. Be weird seeing your friends and stuff on the other side, but I think we're kind of used to it by now, and should be good.
I know this is early in the season, but a matchup like this is it kind of get your juices flowing just because they're a top team in the East and you're a top team in the West?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a great test for us early on, and kind of measure yourself up against a team you're not going to see much, but they're always up at the top of the standings, and feels like they're always second, third round of the playoffs, and they're just kind of knocking on that door. So it should be exciting. It's always good matchups against them.
Last couple, please. After the results of the last game, are there any areas where this team needs to tighten up with it?
Yeah, I thought last game was one of the first games in a while where we haven't really managed the puck that well. We just kind of fed into the Mammoth transition game by losing pucks in neutral zone, offensive zone, and things like that. So that's an area we'll tighten up. But other than that, I think like the start that we've come out with here at the start of the season, and we'll just continue working.
The Hurricanes play a very unique style where not a lot of teams are like that, where they just don't hold the puck, they shoot it everywhere. Like, is patience kind of the key against a team like this?
Yeah, patience and being in the right spots. For us when we do get it, attack, force them to defend, and I think we have a decent strategy for that tonight. So it should be a fun test for us overall. I mean, they're a well-coached team. They have really high-end skill, and they work hard. So it's kind of a dangerous combination. And they've been knocking on that door for a few years, so it should be good testing.